Good morning, everybody, and welcome once again. A new day and a new opportunity to create life rather than just living in the default mode. Now, those who have been coming regularly, you understand what default mode is. And I'm sure that people who are coming for the first time also will get an idea. What is your default mode? That is the mode where life is going on as usual, as you say. So the usual reaction, the usual resistance to things, and the blaming, and the complaining, sometimes silently. And there's not much joy in that, right? And we keep hoping that one day, someday, I'll have a great life and I'll be really happy and all the effort and struggle for my life will go away and blah, blah, blah. So that's a nice pipe dream that we have. So what I'm saying is, if you have a dream, it's wonderful. Why don't we convert the dream into reality? So each and every person who comes here every morning is a person who is interested in converting their dream into reality. And what dream is that? A life of ease and joy and glory, and a life of adventure rather than just this boring little life that we lead. Of course, if you want it to be, and if your life itself is an adventure and you are enjoying it, you won't be compelled to spend so much time on the television and enjoying other people's adventures, no? So let's have a wonderful day and let's have a wonderful start to this morning conversation, my dear friends. So who would like to start the conversation? I'd love to hear from you about your experiences and about whatever we were doing yesterday and the questions I'd asked you to think about. What has started to open up for you in your life? So who would like to start? First of all, congratulations for so many people being on time. I really, truly appreciate that.
Can I start?
Yeah, Thomas, definitely.
Yeah, sir, you had asked a question, what part of you or your life
Are you
I'm not
ignoring?
paying attention to?
Yeah.
Right? What part of your life, it can be your body or anything, which one is not paying attention to, right? So I had this part of mine where I have totally not paid attention to the financial aspect of my life. I have been just spending without even looking at like what are my income. I just keep on borrowing from here, from there. Since I was an ex-banker, got ample opportunity to borrow. So I keep borrowing. Now I've landed up in a stage where I don't know what to do. I mean, it's that bad now. And this has created a situation where I'm not able to pay attention to other aspects of life, like doing good things for the house or going abroad or going anything, because this put a mental block on me that no, there's no money like that. So this is what has.
And still, you are a good man trying to do good things in the world, aren't you?
Yeah, I do a lot of things for others.
Yeah. So the first thing to remember is that I am a good man and I'm doing good things, and I've got myself into a hole, and I got to dig myself out of it. So I remember there was a time in my life too, in the year 2013, I was like up to my ears in debt. Okay, for no fault. Some of it was my fault. Some of it was my mismanagement. Some of it was circumstances and the ill health of a member of my family. Okay, altogether, it hit me so hard. And the only thought in my life was, I don't want to die with the debt on my head.
That's.
No, I used to think I don't want to let my children inherit my debts. And I'm happy to say that the day I made a commitment, I gave my word to it. And I came out of it. It didn't take much time. Okay. So all you need to do is ask for support, you shall get it. And you have to make a vow that no matter what happens, I will not borrow money. No matter what happens, I will not borrow money. That's the first step. And if you like, I can coach you out of it.
Yes, sir. Nice.
Okay, so we'll talk about it offline. Thank you so much for sharing. Do you notice how much your attention is getting stuck there? It kind of doesn't allow you to sleep also sometimes.
Yeah, I'm on sleeping
Right.
tablets.
Yeah. And then how many people you have to avoid because they might ask you for money?
No, that doesn't happen.
Chalo, good for you. Some people do that. Great. Thank you so much for sharing it. You know what? When you have the courage to share this, it's like, there is a whole saying which says the truth sets you free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Public declaration sets you free. So I'm 100% sure now you're going to take some action on it. And
Yes,
we'll
sir.
all help you for that. Okay, great. Congratulations for sharing it. And Mr. Giri Garu, I can see that your hand is raised. So please go ahead and share whatever you want to share this morning, but not too long, right? You have to learn to do it fast. Saying more with less words. It's a good quality for salespeople.
Of course, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for my inner correction. Yeah, one thing is up to now I am 49 years old, but I don't know my health is supporting to me or not, because I am not that much health conscious guy. At least I got to go for walking. I am continuing this and I am doing, but I have to concentrate on my health. And second on the financial goals to my family and my business. So I am weak on that. Now I am planning on that and I am doing. Already I told about the 5 element and 5 vertical. Now the 3 verticals has operated and giving some income. Definitely within 2 years, I can overcome all the debts. Thank you, sir.
Okay, very nice. Thank you very much for sharing it. All right, who's next? The topic of yesterday, if you remember, and we were also saying that if you don't pay, what is the area of your life that you're not paying attention to? That was part number 1 of the question. And yesterday we said, then what would be the consequences of that in your life? Okay, Sandeep, go ahead.
Good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
So, yesterday, it was a very deep, introspective, deep thinking question. And what I've realized is, as most of the people have shared here, I have ignored my wealth creation opportunities because I really had an amazing, fantastic wealth creating opportunities when I was in Dubai, even when I was in India. And the idea was basically, I felt like, no, I'm happy with what I'm getting and I can keep everybody happy with what we have. But then it was only later I realized that I may be happy with what I have, but not necessarily others will be happy because their understanding of happiness and the minimum money that is required to be happy could be totally different. So that was the one thing I realized and I needed to correct that. Number 2, I really ignored my health, and I ignored my health while I was taking care of others. When you said what you will do if you get so much of million, there was one wonderful session you did. And I said that I would like to have an insurance for my parents. That will be, because it is a very tiny thing, and you must be laughing, that time. That's he's talking about the insurance. But that happened because I have spent almost I think 15 to 20 lakh rupees in past 20 years only towards insurance to take care of to cover my parents and to cover me. My parents being a senior citizens, I cannot take a family floater, so I have to take individual policies, and they're very expensive. They almost charge 18 to 20% for a good insurance company to cover for the coverage. And a very important thing is I'm realizing that I lost all this thing happened because there was not correct thinking in me. When you spoke about communication for resolution, you have given us wonderful thing. We always stopped listening to others because we thought they may tell us something wrong or they may not tell us what we like. And I end up being into a wrong place, in a wrong direction. And luckily now, after attending your session, we are realizing how to correct ourselves, how to correct our trajectory, come back to the right path. And the things are working fine. And especially not just from your what you are teaching us, sir, every day, but even what you have done in your life to correct yourself and improvise yourself whenever you was into financial issues, how you have come out of that trap, or how you have built up your own life, and now the way you are giving it to the society, back to the society, irrespective of your sessions, which are extremely valuable. So there are a lot of learnings that I'm getting from you and correcting myself and trying to put myself in the right trajectory.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, who else? So what aspect of your life are you not paying attention to, and what are the consequences in your life? Yes, Pongal.
Happy morning.
Good
First,
morning.
I would like to tell you the task of translation was accomplished yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
And also another trivial thing. This is what I've been ignoring actually, doing the small things in life. I was supposed to give a book review and I was supposed to select a book and tell them which book am I going to review. I mean, like I every day, as I told you today. But last night I said no more delaying, and I selected the book and I sent them that also. Like I what I've been ignoring in my life is my health. I don't take care of my health at all. I don't take care of my health. I have enough issues to so to say, but again, I don't focus on that also. And so, to my like understanding, people who have had such illnesses as what I have been told to have, I don't believe in that again. And so I'm going on with this actually. So I don't know whether it's right or wrong. I don't feel any times like I feel I'm like I'm not able to be as energetic as I would love to be physically. So that is something that I'm missing out in life as of now because I'm not taking care of my health.
Yeah, because you'll have to drive yourself a little more, no, to do.
Yes.
So it's easy to do something at the cost of another. What do we do? A lot of us do this, we'll give up one thing in order to do another. Right? So a lot of people will give up family life in order to earn money. A lot of people will give up their health in order, they say, no, I don't have time for that. I'm too busy working, earning money, whatever it is. Now the thing is, law of nature, whatever you don't pay attention to will come and bite you when you don't want to be bitten. So I'm glad you realize it, and I'm sure you'll get into action. And one of the actions which you are taking, and I'm very happy about that, is you're coming to Bangalore to learn something which will cause deep healing for you. And you will be able to do that for others as well. How wonderful can that be? All right. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? So let me just quickly remind you, why are we doing this? Would anybody like to say? Why should I say it every time? What's the purpose of the Empowering Morning Conversations, ladies and gentlemen, for the benefit of new people? And it's a good reminder to you also, okay, why are you coming here every morning? Yeah, go ahead. Pongal and then Gopalji.
All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. To make all of my life come to me with ease, joy, and glory.
Fantastic, fantastic. All right. Anybody else? Something else? Why are we coming here every morning?
I'll go for it. So good morning, sir.
Yeah, definitely, Raghu. Please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. The main purpose what we meet is the whole world is bombarded with a sea of negativity, and to keep us away from that and full of energetic and stop blaming and start living.
Yeah, just a small correction. It's not to keep you away from that. To go away from that, you'll have to leave the world and live in a cave, So you can't go away from that, but you can become a person who is not influenced by that. Get it?
Thank you.
So instead of the world influencing you, you are influencing yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing. Okay, who else? We got some people raised their hands. We can't see them.
Giri and Sandeep.
Okay, first.
Gopal wants to say something.
Go ahead, Gopalji.
Yeah, to live more consciously and to be more in present,
Okay, to live more consciously and live in the present. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay, Giri, go ahead. 2 sentences. Why should we come here every morning?
Thank you, sir. Most of the things we know very well, but the practice is totally we are missing. I think we are get practice here. Thank you, sir.
Beautiful. We know many things, but the prime purpose of this every morning conversations, ladies and gentlemen, is that in this world, which is always having, a tendency to influence us negatively, we come here every day so that we can become people who are not influenced by the circumstances. We are influencing ourselves. So we are able to live our life from our commitments, not because some world or somebody else is forcing us to do something, right? And one of the things you will change, and I hope you will do that, please mute yourself, everybody, is that you will start creating life. Yeah, you will not be at the effect of life. You will stop being a victim of circumstances and a victim of life. You will have more self-determinism in your life. Self-determinism means you are creating your own life, not being forced to do what everybody else is telling you to do. That does not mean that you ignore their needs. Okay, that some people are so insecure, they always want you to do things their way because they are afraid that otherwise you may not look after them. Okay, so they go on trying to manipulate you and emotionally control you and all that stuff that happens. So instead of being influenced and becoming smaller and smaller, you can start experiencing your bigger self. You can start experiencing your power and express that power in the world. So that's the purpose, being positive, spreading positive vibrations all around, and what goes out comes back to you, remember that. And eventually what will happen is that according to access, consciousness, all of life will come to me with ease, joy and glory. Yes, Sandeep.
This is the only platform where very candidly and I have opened my heart and I have spoken my feelings, and I have almost shared what has happened with me in last 40 years since I am knowing the world a little bit as a child. And here what happens is we have got 40, 50, sometimes 70 people coming on the platform, and we are getting encapsulated experiences of almost 400 years, I will say, if I put together of all the people, 500 years experience. That is really giving us some wisdom. It is giving us a very practical approach toward life. And all your techniques are putting us into more of awareness mode and creating mode. We now, the moment we are into default living, we understand, everybody get out of it. That is not your place. Be little uncomfortable, but start moving in life, do something, achieve something, and prove that you are a student of Sukhdeepak Marwaisa. He has spent so much of time and energy for you. Now it is time for you to pay him back by becoming a successful, happy, and practical person. And
Great,
spread that
fantastic.
happiness.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sandeep. And you know, something very, very useful and very profound was said just now by Giri Garu. And I'm also usually saying the same thing, that we don't use what we already know. So one of the things which will happen here is I will poke you and I will push you so that you will start to use what you know already, and you may get more things to do, but it will only happen when you do. So I'm sorry to say that, you know, we don't use our power because we don't know. So here's something I want to put out for you. Creation of anything in your life starts with your word. समझे आप? जब आप वचन देते हो अपने आप से कि this is what, see, what people don't realize is every time they open their mouth and say something, that is a vachan, Baba. It is not just something I said just like that. Now, unfortunately, we have a very bad habit of life in just saying something just like that. कुछ भी बोल देते हैं without thinking. Now, question to ask yourself today is your word powerful? All creation starts with your word.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is your word powerful?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do you say that? How would you know that your word is powerful?
It makes us believe, or that creates a certain energy, no, sir.
No, agreed. What you're saying is, you're talking about the word, right?
Yes, sir.
My question is what? Creation starts with your word. You are agreeing with that, correct?
With thought.
My second question, no, I'm not asking you how and all that. It is a fact that creation starts when you give your word to something, correct?
Yes, sir.
The second part of the question is very important. What is that? Read it on the screen, please.
Is your word powerful?
Is your word powerful?
Yes, sir.
How do you know that? Is your word powerful? Where would you look to find out whether your word is powerful or not? Words are powerful, but is your word powerful?
Looking at ourselves and in given situations, uh, our words could have influenced people positively or negatively. So it is powerful, no, sir.
Now, where would you look to find out whether your word is powerful or not? There is a reason I'm asking that question, Sai.
Uh, have to look at my life only, sir.
Yeah. So, what would you look to find out whether your word is powerful or not?
To find out how effective I'm keeping up my word.
Exactly. It took you some time to reach over there. Huh?
Yes, sir.
So,
And-
if you are a person who says,
Hmm.
and he does that,
Hmm.
then your word is powerful.
Yes, sir.
And anything you say will happen because you say so. But if you
True.
look in the world around you, look at yourself, how many promises? See, word is a promise, is not.
Yes, sir.
Another word for word is it's your promise, it's a vachana which you are giving.
Yes, sir.
So is your vachan powerful? And
Yes,
if your
sir.
vachan is powerful, would you give it lightly?
Hmm. Will not, sir.
So where are you going to look to find out? If
We
you
have
look at most people,
Hmm.
what do you see in the world today? Do people do what they say?
No, sir. As you say,
Now, if you're
hot,
surrounded by people who don't do,
as
yeah,
you
go ahead.
say, as you say, it's just a hot air orifice.
Coming out of an orifice, so they might as well be farting, right? Instead
Yeah.
of speaking. Both of them mean the same
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah,
Exactly. Now, it's easy to look at other people and point fingers, right?
Likewise, on us also, there's a lot of things which we promise ourselves, which we don't keep up. At times, what the priority we give to business or for the people around, we miss out on ourselves. We don't give that attention to ourselves.
Yeah. And if you ask anyone, okay, listen, boss, when you made that promise to yourself, I'm sure you meant it. Otherwise, why would you say it?
Exactly.
Then you ask him, why didn't you keep your word? You know what he'll say?
Hmm.
Because they
Yes,
will
sir.
also say, I didn't do it because situation was not okay, because I was upset, because people did not support me, because I could not wake up on time, because nobody reminded me. So there are two words, no? Because. So
we
what am I
have to
saying?
we have to be that cause, sir.
Me cause.
Hmm.
Now the point is, I'm not saying this to you so that you start beating yourself up or get upset with yourself.
Hmm.
It simply means, are you conscious that your word is the most important thing which makes you powerful or weak?
Hmm.
And it's not about what other people think about you, right? If you don't keep your word, you will have no credibility. So other
Exactly.
people will not trust you. All right.
Hmm.
They will take you casually. Even your staff, if you say hello, if the job is not done, you will be punished. And they don't punish. They'll say, sir just says like that. Even children know, Baba.
Hmm.
In the house, no, they know whose word means business, mummy's word or daddy's word. And they say, "Arey, if daddy has said it, no, we are going to get it. If mummy has said it's okay. Or it could be the other way around also.
Hmm.
No, and then you lose. I mean, sir is very lenient. Why lenient? Because they know sir will say something, he won't do it. Sir will ask us to do some job, he himself will forget it, what he told us. He won't even remind us. Just look at the implications of this little thing. You know something? What is the value of these empowering morning conversations?
So it
That
is for me to be a better version of myself and given challenges.
Exactly. So better version you will be when you are able to keep your commitments to yourself, right? And the world
Exactly.
does not allow you to do so because you get influenced by the world.
Where I started empowering morning conversation at a very critical time on April 14th. It was just 10 days after my dad passed away, and today, to an extent, I'm better off with lot of things is because of the power of the mantra. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory, and that's that that just happens, eases out a lot of things, and a lot of things changing in a positive way. And sir, you're giving a wonderful tool. It is like giving a flying machine, and just seeing the flying machine going away with it doesn't give us anything. I'm daily flying with the tool that you're giving and putting it on day in day out, and at times we miss out, and again we bring it awarely. That makes a huge difference, sir.
Yeah, and the important thing to remember is you can use it as a very powerful tool to keep your commitments in life. See, one of the reasons why we are not able to keep our commitments in life is that we are not able to manage our own mind, body, and emotions.
Exactly.
So one day you decide, oh, this is wonderful, I would like to do it. Okay. Now you gave a commitment to yourself. Next day, 6 bloody becauses will come out. Oh, but this is there. Oh. And then finally you'll say, no, I don't think I can do it. How often we change our mind in life? Have you noticed that? So when you come for the empowering morning conversations, every day I am giving you the tools to counter everything which is not allowing you to fulfill your commitments in life. Eventually, what is your commitment? If you want a life of ease, joy, and glory, that can be like a wish, or it can be a commitment that I will not allow anything to happen on mental, physical, or emotional level, or even at the energetic level that will take these things away from me. And I will not allow anything to come in the way of my fulfillment of my goals that I've made. Right? Are you getting it, Sai? That's the reason. And it makes me happy if you see that. Yeah, but today I wanted to remind you that if that word or if that commitment or that, vachana is not important for you, then this is just coming and doing some IM. You know what is IM? Intellectual M. Figure out what M means. Some people have figured it out already. So they are smiling. Yes, Reddy Garu, you wanted to say something.
No, sir, I just appreciate what Kasha.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's look and see.
What
is your word powerful? And how are you going to find out if your word is powerful or not? Hello. There used to be an old Hindi song also, no? Jo wada kiya wo nibhana padega. रोके जमाना चाहे रोके खुदाई तुमको वचन रखना ही पड़ेगा. Go ahead.
वाह बढ़िया.
आप कुछ कह रहे थे संदीप जी?
No, sir. I'm just realizing that unless and until we mean what we say and we do what we say, things are not like words are not going to get any power. But I've got some question for you, sir. Like I have realized this, and because we keep on reading all this thing, it is not a rocket science. We keep on getting these messages, but we never pay attention to it. We never give deep thinking to it. But since what I have started doing, sir, like if I make some offer to somebody, like I said, if I tell somebody I will get you something, then I put a clause. I say, ki, this is valid only for 2-3 days. By within 2-3 days, you tell me if you want it, I will get it to you. It is not open-ended. So that tomorrow, if I don't get it to you, don't blame me that I have not bought it for you, because I'm giving you time. So is it right, sir, to do so, like when we communicate and to like at least whatever we say, to make sure that the everything that we have said, committed, or directly, indirectly, we have uh, 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 express our willingness to do something. Will it be right to put a clauses to it or bonding to it, time bond or something
Yeah,
like
of course, of course.
So that is the right way what I have started doing. I will get
Absolutely.
you
There
this,
is,
but
provided you do this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or this is
So
the
you're-
time frame. Like if you ask me after 1 month or 1 year to get for me to get you the same thing, I may not be in position to get you that. Right
Yeah.
now, I'm in a position to get it. I will get it for you.
See,
So I
अगर
give you a
आप
week.
करेक्ट, अगर आप किसी को डील देते हो, डू यू थिंक आप उसको फायदा करा रहे हो? Are you doing a favor to him? Actually, you're belittling him. If you are not rigorous with someone, see. So we'll get that. Now this is two parts which we are talking. So thanks for asking. I'm going to cover it just now for everybody. Two things. One is, are you even aware how many times you break your commitment? Now we are not God. I know we will. You ask my wife, she'll tell you. So Deepak, you don't keep your commitment. Because she knows, na? Definitely, I don't keep my commitment about eating the right food and doing enough exercise. So she keeps telling me. Now, if I don't keep my commitment, what is the consequence of that for me? I'm putting on unhealthy weight. Now, thank God I'm doing enough exercise so that, I have not developed any serious disease till now. But the biggest consequence is I stopped believing that it's possible for me to become lean and thin. See, there is always a consequence. If you don't keep your word, it will reinforce some belief that you already have. So I had a belief from my early childhood, I'm a fatty, I can never be like other smart guys, I'll be Motu, right? And now I'm not keeping my commitment and I'm going to remain a Motu. And then I'll say, see, it is not possible for me to lose weight. Similarly, let's say Thomas says that I want to be debt free, correct? And he does not keep his commitment to, not, borrow money or, not to overspend. He does not keep his commitment. And what will be the consequence of that? Obviously, he'll become more and more in debt. That's one thing. The second thing, he'll start to believe more and more, I'm not capable of being debt free only. For me, it's not possible, it is my kismat, God has made me like that. It's my bloody destiny, So we'll start believing like that. What is the second consequence of not keeping your word? You stop believing in yourself. So you check your life, in certain areas of your life, you always keep your commitments. It's not like you don't. Where you keep your commitment, where the consequences are too much. Like I know guys in their job, they will always keep their commitment. Why? Because they're shit scared of losing their jobs. But when it comes to their personal life and themselves, they don't keep their commitment because nobody is enforcing it. Now, what does it show? That we are again driven by circumstances. So indirectly, you are saying that I'm a powerless person. Unless somebody pushes me, I can't do it. So good for me, I get more clients because you need somebody like me to come and push you. See, the consequence of keeping a word, you don't take yourself seriously. People don't take you seriously. You don't believe in yourself. Right? You will be so hesitant to start anything new. Have you noticed that people who have a record of not believing in themselves, they are not confident to start new things also because inside the voice is saying, hello, how many times you've done what you said? So all you need to do, my dear friends, is to look at all the unfinished business in your life. It will tell you how much powerful you have been till now. The question is, how would you know whether your word is powerful or not? Yeah. So how much of what you said you did and how much is the unfinished business in your life? If the list of unfinished business is huge, you are not going to feel your own power. Because who told you to do those things? You did. So if you're not going to do what you say, don't say it. If you said it, then be very, very practical in life. Just because you said it is not going to happen, you have to do something about it. Yeah. So you'll have to do So you have to be very practical. If I said this, that I'm going to do this, problems can come and try and stop me. So what will I do when those problems come and try to stop me? Will I give up saying that problems has come? No, I will look for possibilities. I will try to anticipate problems before they come. So I have an action plan that if this happens, this is what I'll do. If that happens, this is what I'll do. Here are the people from whom I'll ask for support. I am not going to give up. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in being powerful in life, first is that you give your word. It is a non-negotiable do or die commitment. Otherwise, you don't open your mouth and say it, whether it is for small things or big things. And please have somebody like I have who will keep reminding me every time I'm going to break my word. See, sometimes alone you can't do it. So you need to have someone who's called a committed listener. You know, so if I gave my word, my wife is my committed listener. She's going to make sure I keep my bloody word, you know, or at least remind me. So you need a friend like that in life. Until you become so powerful that you can keep your word without anybody reminding you. If your word is powerful, you'll have a structure for managing your commitments also. So, you know, we were doing this good to great session, right? Where we were talking about managing your time and your life. Now you can do that if you have a structure. Suppose you are a person who says something and he forgets all about it. What's the problem? You don't have a structure to write down what you committed to. Now you make many promises. If you are having a big job and many commitments, you'll make many promises. So if you did not write it down, if you did not schedule it, yeah, if you did not put it somewhere in a scheduler or a planner or something, you'll break your word because you don't have a structure for fulfilling your commitments. So having said that, I think it's enough is enough. You understand what happens if you don't keep your word. You lose credibility in your own eyes as well as the eyes of the other person. Every time you break your word, you become weak. Power is the ability to keep your word. The more you keep your word, the more powerful you will experience yourself to be. The more you break your word, the more powerless you will experience yourself to be. So which one do you want to choose? Do you want to choose powerlessness or do you want to choose powerfulness? Obviously, you'll choose to be powerful, isn't it? So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'd like you to share two things with me, all right? Like Thomas was a wonderful man. I take my hat off to him. You know, he's a courageous person. He was able to acknowledge what he's not doing. So you can either share that you've been breaking your commitments and what are you going to do about it? Or what are the new action points coming up for you by listening to this little stuff about commitment or the power of your word? So go ahead. Who wants to speak on this? What are you going to start doing? Because now you have understood the power of keeping your commitment. Suchitra ji, please go ahead. Sorry, you've had your hand raised for a long time. I didn't call upon you.
So that's all right, sir. Good morning. So I just want to, having realized the powerfulness of the word, I don't want to give in to lamentations of how I misused or misunderstood the power of the word. But right now, I want to clean up my internal dialogue, sir, and to bring it to a very empowered state, self-empowered state.
Yeah. So internal dialogue is also the word that you're saying to yourself, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that word that you're saying to yourself is your point of view and it creates a particular reality. Giri,
Correct.
I've seen your hand. I'll call you. Wait. Are you getting it? Why it becomes important to manage this internal dialogue is that words create a reality.
Correct, sir. So
Now,
I also wanted to say that the pun on the phrase sound mind, he or she is of sound mind. With sound or the right words, you can create a sound mind, sir.
Exactly. Then it remains sound.
Yes.
Not like Soundarajan, but sound. But you want to start noticing this thing that the moment you commit yourself, if your word is powerful and you believe in it, so what should I do? The question arises, what should I do so that I believe in the power of my own word? Now, here's the paradox. Words have got power. You understand? Now you made a commitment. That's a word. Now you suddenly will have another word in your mind. The counter commitment. No, no, no. How will I do it? It's very difficult. Right? Oh, I think I made the wrong commitment. So I should leave it. Now again, that is the word which made you give up only. So when you do something, it's your word who made you do it. If you give up and accept your excuses, that is also your word only doing it.
Okay.
You understand? The words you are saying to yourself would undermine yourself. And every time you break your word, your internal conversation will be what? Come on, leave it, yeah. You say so many things in life. What have you done? Another one of your great ideas. Let me see if you can do it. So you're mocking yourself only. Isn't that undermining yourself?
Yes.
Great. Yes, Pongal, and then Giri Garu. Giri, I always see your hand. I'll call you.
Actually, like when I came a little late, and when I came late, the first statement that I heard from you was clearing all debts and what am I doing about it? So I was like really having the same thought in mind, because I have incurred a huge debt because various reasons, whatever be it. But right now, like my intention is to clear those debts, leave a legacy. So that is where, and I've started taking actions. And with empowering conversations, what am I doing? You are helping me with tools to counter my interferers. So that's very, I'm really like able to acknowledge everything, relate to everything that you say. And the first commitment that I don't keep up to myself is not getting up when the alarm goes in the morning. I don't get up at all. So I start my day with breaking my commitment every day. I declare it here, and I'm going to work on it. And tomorrow onwards, like I'm just going to get up as the alarm goes. So I'm going to start my day with the commitment of that, of living to the word that I have given myself. So I think that will make a big, and yesterday, like with the link which you sent about a digital planner, the first plan was the translation, and the second thing was the book, actually, like which I did it and then I went to bed. So I thought henceforth I'm going to do this, plan according to the time, and then plan as with timing, and then I do it in my mind actually, but then it slips off. But really, like I'm sure that I'm becoming a better version of myself, thanks to you. Gratitude to Rama again, and Rama and Vetri for that matter. But thank you so much. I'm sure that I'm empowering myself much more, and I'm sure that I'm becoming empowered all the more.
Yeah, so you be in that question. What will it take for me to start believing in my own word? Yes, Giri Garu.
Thank you, sir. The powerful thing is my word. Actually, I most of the time I talk with powerful words, but my fun part totally it will dilute. So I have to carefully deal with my powerful words. And one of the commitment.
Listen. Powerful word doesn't mean you're saying with power, I will do. That is not powerful word. Powerful word means I say, I do. I say, I do, no excuses. That is the meaning of powerful word. Otherwise, politicians are saying so many things. No, achhe din aayenge, bhai aur behno. I will give to maybe 50 million jobs, this, that. Words are cheap, man. Do you do what you say? That is the meaning of powerful word. Not like I'm speaking powerfully. That is not powerful word. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
what I'm saying, I am doing. You're a Telugu speaker or Tamil speaker?
Tamil, sir. Tamil.
Okay. Rama, you tell him in Tamil about what is the meaning of the word. What is powerful word? Tell him. And then he has to say back to you.
English.
Just 1 minute, yeah. We will find out. What is, you tell in Tamil then? You understood the English, I know that. What is the meaning of powerful word?
Powerful word is நான் சொல்றத வந்து நான் செய்யணும்.
What I say, I do.
Yeah.
Correct. Your Tamil is accurate. Thank you very much.
என்ன தடைகள் வந்தாலும் செய்யணும். நான் சொல்றதை செய்யணும், தடைகள் வந்தாலும் அதை செய்யணும்.
ஒரு தடவை சொன்னா 100 தடவை செய்யணும் சார்.
Now what did he say?
Once you say it, do it 100 times.
What?
Say it once, but do it 100 times.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, sir. One thing, my financial commitment for my family, sir. After giving the salary for my employees, then only I give that my family commitment. So every month I will tell that within first week I will pay. But this is a powerful word. Today I can follow. First I will commit my family also parallelly. Thank you, sir.
Very nice. Because I was going to get worried. Now you will pay your staff afterwards and pay family first. So you will commit equally to both. Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Noor.
Actually, you asked in Tamil, sir. So I'm also from Tamil. In the powerful word means we can say the exact meaning is Shakti Vainda Vaarthai. Shakti Migunda Vaarthai.
Means, and what does that Shakti Vaarthai means what?
Powerful. Shakti means powerful. We can
Yeah,
say.
I know.
Yeah.
How do you know? Yeah, say.
Yeah, when we give a commitment to our word, it's become powerful.
And when you keep it?
Yeah, when we keep it, it's become powerful.
Otherwise, where is the power in it? We are saying making so many commitments to ourselves, no? How many
Yes,
do
sir,
we keep?
Yes.
And we have to be honest with ourselves, you know. If I'm not keeping it, okay, I made a mistake. Next time, keep it. It's not about making yourself feel bad and feeling guilty. Oh, I broke my word. I'm a bad boy. Not like that. It's simply, okay, I made my commitment. It got broken. I will remake my commitment and find out how to fulfill it. A lot of people make many commitments and then when they fail, they give up. They say, oh, no, I'm not capable, so I should not commit. No, that's not it. If I failed, find out what was missing. Why were you not able to do it? Look for possibilities, how to make it happen. Take the help of people. Do whatever you have to. Don't give up. Because you see, friends, when you don't give up, your mind starts to show you possibilities, you know. When you have a do or die commitment, your mind is forced to look for possibilities. The problem with us is our word is very weak, you know. We just make, we will see if it happens and all, you know. If you tell your mind, I don't care, whatever happens, I have to do it. And I'm not going to give up. Whatever situation, whichever circumstance might come, I am not going to give up. Then you see how your mind starts to show you ways and means how you can keep your commitment. You know, that's one very useful thing here this morning. We'll keep pushing you, all right? But real power is that you don't need anybody to push you. You can push yourself. All right. Anything else, Noor, you'd like to say?
I'm very much thankful to this program, sir. Especially Mr. Raghu only introduced me to this platform. I'm really thankful. Now I'm changing a lot in my daily life. Thanks to everyone. Thank you so much, sir.
Great. Thank you so much. All right. Who else? I'd like to hear from you. What are the action points emerging out of whatever we are talking just now? What are you going to do? Yes, Amit. Go ahead. I can hear you. Please go ahead and speak. Amit, Dr. Amit, please speak. Dr. Amit, you had raised your hand. Would you like to say something?
Seems some technical issue. We can't.
Yeah, can you just press your earphone again or something like that?
Amit, we are not able to hear you.
That's the example of power, but silent power of words.
Yeah. Amit, are you able to hear us? Give us some indication. We can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Yeah, he can hear us, but we are not able to hear him. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Abhinav. While Dr. Saab is preparing himself to speak.
Yeah, so good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to make a list of all the commitment that I made and I did not fulfill.
Okay.
To people. Okay, whatever I can think of.
Okay.
And then I will take action on that. I will either fulfill those commitments or I will apologize and make a new commitment.
Okay, very nice. So that's the action point which is emerging.
That is one action point. And you know, the commitment may go back to like 30 years also. 30 years pehle I said something. So whatever, if I am stuck with something, I will give you a call.
Yeah, sure. We are there for you.
Yeah, and second is that I'm one of the areas which I'm avoiding, which I did not pay full attention to, was the area of finances. Now, my small sums were stuck up here and there. You know, things like used to work in a company in the 90s, and I haven't taken out the PF. Arey, kaun jayega, kaun PF nikalega, kaun form bharega, all that. So I will take whatever needs to be done, I will do it. But first of all, I will make a list of all the financial issues. Maybe I have to pay somebody, even a small sum, so I will pay that or whatever. All the commitments in the area of money also I will make a list of it and take care of that.
Yeah, and God knows how much money must be lying there in PF. Huh? कितना interest accumulate हो गया होगा?
हो गया होगा.
तेरे को तो पैसे की परवाह ही नहीं है यार, तू बड़ा अमीर आदमी है. You can leave money lying in PF also. Wow. मुझे ही दे दिए होते थोड़े यार.
So these two things, and I'm also getting present to, remember the days when we were in Landmark. So word was very important. Kya nikla muh se. So lately, today I'm getting present to the importance of word. कि कुछ भी बोल दिया, कुछ भी कर दिया. कोई अब तो I'm like 50 plus, तो लोग मेरे पैर छूते हैं. So when I tell them, भगवान भला करे, so am I saying it automatically or do I really mean it? So I'm going to pay a lot of attention to my words now.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for sharing that.
Thank you, Sudeep.
Yes, first Kasa, then Raghu, in that order. Go ahead, Kasa Garu. Kasa.
So yes, sir. At times, when we put a schedule and things, definitely it gives us a kind of ease and a structure to it. But won't that be too much pressurizing to ourselves, sir?
Until you make it a habit.
Habit, sir.
See, some people, they have made it into a habit. If they promise something, they just do it. And they manage their word and it happens automatically. See, for me, I am never late anywhere. Okay. So in the beginning, when I was, it was a lot of pressure. Oh, I have to reach on time and all. Now it's not. If I say I have to get up at 5 o'clock, I'll get up at 5 o'clock with or without the alarm. Because it's become a habit, no? So if you make it a habit to keep your commitment, you keep your word, you will not feel pressured at all. But please remember, we have picked up a lot of bad habits, no? We have a lot of bad habits like speaking loosely, saying whatever and not committing to it. So when it becomes a habit that whatever I say I will do, then why would the pressure be there on you? Having said that, sometimes you have to think outside the box, you'll have to think of possibilities. Now I've made my commitment, it looks difficult. How do I make it happen? And you'll be quite amazed that if you commit yourself first and then say how to make it happen, then those possibilities also show up. Now, if you're not able to find out how to make it possible, then you can have a conversation with someone like me who will show you how to make it possible. Because see, I have this ability to see possibilities when others don't. You will also become like that. So it's a matter of developing habits, that say, all right, if I committed, I committed. Now, how to make it possible? You got that, Kasa?
and how to build that structure of habits, sir?
By doing things again and again until it becomes a habit.
Is there any structure to it, sir?
Well, one structure you're saying, you remember how nicely you remember every experience is an opportunity to be a better version of myself. Did it take any effort for you to remember it?
No.
Exactly. So in the same fashion, you can develop that. You have to consistently do the same thing again and again. And I'm sure now Punen will have some advice for you. I'll put him on. But before that, let's have Raghu to say what he has to say.
Good morning once again, sir.
Morning.
So far, I thought the word what we speak to others, it has power, but first we have to do our course correction, that our word has to be correct first ourselves. Then automatically it will reflect.
Yeah, because if you can't keep your word to yourself, how will you keep your word to others? Yeah.
Others. So, and that this will also hurt, and that will also hurt us basically, because we are not keeping our promise. And then they will also say, this fellow only talks, but he doesn't do. He doesn't have any action. So,
exactly.
And so far I memorized this one, but now I understood the word about this, the same famous quotes, no? The word becomes your action. First, the positive thought, then it becomes your word becomes your actions, action becomes your habit becomes your character, and character becomes your destiny. Unless this course correction we do, the word and the thought, which is what we are here today every morning, and then all other things will follow. I think Mr. Kasi asked about the habit. Be there, and then the actions will come. And how it reflects, sir. So there is one thing I would like to say. The words, how powerful it is to us inside as well as to outside also. The rock, which doesn't allow anyone to break with very hard instruments.
Your voice is going.
The hard rock doesn't allow to break someone by a hard instrument, but it gives a soft, tender root or any trees, no, it allows to break himself and then gives a way to that. So it is powerful in both the way, external as well as internal.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Yes, Kunen saab, pehle share or fair advice, in that order. Not able to hear you, sir.
जी सर, क्या हुक्म है?
सर पहले शेयर, फिर शेयर और फिर एडवाइस.
ओके सर.
नहीं तो उल्टे ऑर्डर में आ जाएगा नहीं तो.
पहले शेयर अर्ज किया है कि अल्फाज ही सब कुछ होते हैं, संभल कर बोला करो. वर्ड्स आर एवरीथिंग, बी केयरफुल व्हेन यू स्पीक. दिल जीत भी लेते हैं और दिल चीर भी देते हैं.
फैंटास्टिक. इसमें तो सारी चीज आ गई. एडवाइस भी आ गया, शेयर भी आ गया, शेयरिंग नहीं आया.
Yeah, so sharing is an advice is a combination, and as you know and others know that I used to be in living my life in the default mode of fear. So that was my word. I used to say I am fearful. Now what I have done, I have changed my word from fearful to fearless, because that's what I have chosen to myself. And I keep on talking that I am fearless. And this is what I wanted to give the suggestion to Kasha, that whatsoever we do, there's always in the back of the mind that there is some fear, something might go wrong, something will be not good for me. But when I keep on telling myself that I am fearless, then this word gives me power.
No. Should I tell you something more powerful than that?
Please, sir.
See, there is a law, the old saying, says, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the willingness to go on despite it. So what I'm saying is, let the fear come, no? I have the power to experience the fear also. मैं डर का सामना करने की शक्ति रखता हूँ. आने दो उसको. See, when I have the power to experience anything, will I be afraid of it? Why do you want to be fearless? Yeah, fear is a very good emotion. It gives you a warning when you're about to do stupid things.
Yeah, no,
Right?
what I mean to say, sir, that when I say myself fearless, it gives me the power to face the challenges. It gives me the power
Again,
and
you did not listen to me. That's the problem. I am saying, why do you want to be fearless? You say, I am willing to experience the fear whenever it comes. आओ बिच्चू, मैं तुमको अनुभव कर सकता हूं, तुम मुझे रोक नहीं पाओगे. That's what I'm trying to say. Are you it? You're saying to fear, hello fear, wonderful fear, welcome. I am not afraid. I am willing to experience you. You are not going to stop me, my dear. See, usually what happens when fear comes, we get stopped. Na? That is why you want to be fearless. Correct? But it's unnatural for a human being to be fearless. Then is he a machine or what? So normally fearless means, and I'm just clarifying this to all of you, fearless means I am not afraid to experience fear. Just like I'm happy to experience happiness, I'm happy to experience fear also. You can always say, na, wo haseen dard de do, jise main gale laga lu. So I'm not afraid of you, fear. You are not going to stop me. Whether it's fear or anger or sorrow or disappointment, you are not going to stop me. As a human being, as a powerful human being, I have the power to experience you too. Why should I block you? Like they say in Punjabi, na, aand de. Nothing's going to happen to me. Fear cannot kill anybody. But you understand, the moment you say I'm fearless, you will start resisting the fear. That's my problem with it.
Basically giving allowance to fear also.
Yeah, come here. If you want to come, please come. I will experience you also. I'm not going to resist you. Correct? Arey Baba, fear is one of the emotions I have. It belongs to me, Baba. So thank you for being there, my dear fear. When I'm not having a problem experiencing happiness, joy, or pleasurable sensations, why should I have a problem experiencing you? Aa jao. Wo haseen dard de do. Give me that sweet pain, and I will embrace that also. I will embrace everything that comes my way. Every experience is an opportunity, including fear. I'm sorry. I think what you are saying is, look, I am a powerful human being. I am fearless because I don't fear you, fear. That is why I am fearless. क्योंकि मुझे तुमसे डर नहीं है. मैं तुमको झेल सकता हूं. तुम नहीं रोक पाओगे मुझे. You will not be able to stop me. That's what we are telling the fear. Thank you. That was a wonderful share. Can you repeat it, please? आपका share मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा.
And that's what I used to tell myself, sir. And as you rightly explained, maybe I couldn't explain in my words, but this is what is my conversation with myself. And I believe with the Kasha and others also, if we have this kind of conversation, as sir explained, then it becomes things easier for us.
Exactly.
So, शेर जो था सर वो ये था कि अल्फाज ही सब कुछ होते हैं संभल कर बोला करो. अल्फाज ही सब कुछ होते हैं संभल कर बोला करो. Words are everything. Be careful when you utter. दिल जीत भी लेते हैं और दिल चीर भी देते हैं. It can win your hearts or you can break the hearts.
Wow, this is really love. Can you put it on the chat also and send it to me so that I'll put it on the group? Yeah, the original words as well as the translation. Some of these are worth preserving. You guys are, you are Kuldeep ji, you are our Birbals of our this one. Yes, sir, Kuldeep ji.
सर उसी सीक्वेंस में बताता हूँ. ये मत कहो खुदा से, ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी. ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं. मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है.
Can you translate that? That's so nice.
Don't say to God that my difficulties are huge or they are more powerful. Instead, tell the difficulties that my God is more powerful.
Yeah, my God is more powerful than you. This is every day your guys' shairi is getting better and better. Huh? Actually, we can't even say better and better. All of them are of the same quality. Superb, excellent, fantabulous, as that fellow says. You know. Thank you so much. Yeah, go ahead. Suchitra, then Pongal.
So I want to jump onto the Shairi bandwagon. It's a multilingual thing. मैं कुछ भी झेल सकता हूँ, मेरे लिए कुछ भी जेल नहीं है.
वाह, मैं कुछ भी झेल सकता हूँ, मेरे लिए कुछ भी जेल नहीं है. I can experience anything and nothing is a jail for me. Wow, fantastic, Suchitra. Now you are going to become a shair also. Multifaceted personalities we have here. Yes, Pongalji.
Sir, when we talk about the fear and fearless, like the word that I give it to myself is, I do not allow the word fear to enter into me. I keep telling I'm powerful, I'm strong, whatever be it, I'm going to face it. So this is how I've been taking. So any word that seems to come in to take off my positivity or my strength out of me, I consciously erase those words from my mind, and I repeat myself. And this is and what like you shared now, like, you know, I know my God is powerful than my challenges. Like I tell my challenges that my God is more powerful. I say I am more powerful because my God is in me. So I am my God. So I am more powerful than everything that comes my way. So everything can be handled with ease,
Joy and glory.
yes.
Now, I want you guys to listen very carefully to what I'm saying. I'm repeating whatever I said to Conan. You understand? And these words are coming from a guy who was the most fearful, timid person on this planet. That was me. Okay? Until I learned to experience my fear. Yeah? If you allow your fear to come, you'll find out it's nothing. You've been fearing a phantom. You know, so instead of eliminating the word fear and all that, you say, come, fear, because there is something in it for me. Even fear has got something in it for me, you know that. I became so fearless, you know. The people try to blackmail you, right? How do they blackmail you? Because you are afraid, emotionally or otherwise. If somebody tells me, nah, if you do this, I'll do it. I say, please do it. Somebody threatens me, I say, you do it. Yeah. I mean, what is the worst you will do? Do it. You mean to say fear never comes? It comes. But I know that I have the capability of experiencing my fear, because inside the fear also I will learn something. Fear might give me an opening for action which I never thought before. You know, so we need to give up this feeling that fear is bad and sadness is bad and anger is bad. None of them are bad. Yeah. If you have the capability of experiencing it, you are more in control of it, you see. When you develop the capability of experiencing it, it cannot control you and it cannot make you do wrong things. You will become less and less reactive in life, you know. Because your attitude, see, you're not judging, nah? You're saying, all right, this is another experience. Joy is another experience. Pleasure is another experience. Sorrow is another experience. Let me experience this also. After all, it enriches my life, no? And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, the secret of great relationships, one of the secrets of great relationship is vulnerability. Vulnerability means allowing yourself to be open to experience whatever is there. If you start blocking one thing, you're blocking without trying, you're blocking another thing also. I mean, why are we not vulnerable in our relationships? Because we are afraid of losing them. Why are we not vulnerable in a relationship? Because we are afraid of hearing some things which might hurt us if they say it. So don't give them a chance to come close so that they can't say it. You see how many implications are there if you avoid any of the emotions. I say, God gave you everything, isn't it? Yes, body and this mind and everything. He gave you emotions also. Right? Now, doctors will tell you, we've got one doctor here, you can ask a surgeon also. There's a certain part of the brain where you feel emotions. If they take it out, you will never feel emotions. You want to be like that. But why are we trying to be like that? I will not experience this, I will not experience that. Experience it, yeah, just be clear, it can't stop you. We have allowed certain kind of emotions to stop us because we've been programmed like a dog. No, do it, otherwise he'll hit you. So now the mind says, hey, pain is bad. They've been always frightening us from the childhood. You know? Bachpan se darate rehte. So we are afraid of fear itself. How many of us have the courage to face it and say, chalo yaar, what will you do it? Let me experience that. What lies beyond fear, what lies beyond anger, may be a very interesting state. We don't know anything about it. Are you getting it, Kunayan Babu? Sun rahe ho? तो हम जो आता है उसको गले में लगा देते. You know, we embrace what comes. Will that make you? Have you seen people riding the waves, by the way? You've seen those films where they have this flat board. What is it called? Surfing. They do that surfing, right? They're on a board where their legs, feet are also not tied on it, right? They ride the waves, right? Because they go with the waves. They're not resisting the waves. They're just going with it. What are we doing? Do we go with it? No, not this, not fear, not sorrow, not anger. Only this. Only happiness. I know. All the rest of them, they don't belong to me, no? That God made by mistake and gave it to me. You getting it? So thank you, Pongal. Thank you for your sharing.
The acronym of fear is fear everything and run, or face everything and be rewarded.
Oh, there is another one also, Kunayan will tell you. There is another explanation. What? False experience appearing real.
False evidence appears real.
Yes.
Yeah. So we don't want to experience something.
Ek aur hai, sir. Forget everything and run.
Yes, Girigaru, what is it that you wanted to say?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Really, already I spoke about my office incident. Really, two things actually I feared so much. Actually, first thing I don't want to lose my people, and second one is to meet that police station or police people. I have some limiting beliefs, something like that. Then after facing each and everything, now I am very confident. Now I can face anything. This fear is giving me more confidence than other powerful words. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you. Okay, so now we have not heard from our stalwarts today, only one of them. Nothing we have heard from Rama, nothing we have heard from Vetrivel. Even Gautam is silent today. What's happening?
Now
they
have
a few minutes.
Now they become monk.
Monk, they are drinking the old monk, I think.
We are enjoying every bit of it, sir. When you are talking about experiencing the experiences, I used to hear one statement from one of my favorite person. Honestly, I didn't understand that anything. But now when you speak about this, no, it completely fits into my mind. He used to say this: nobody is invited, but everyone is welcome. That should be the attitude of this towards the emotions. No, I am welcoming all emotions because it is all me. It's all mine. But I am not inviting any emotion. I'm not going to fear. I'm not going to be sad. Something like that. Am I confusing too much?
No, it's very right. I'm not running after getting fear. But some people do, no? When they go into the roller coaster, they are inviting the fear. Yeah, when they jump out from the aeroplane with that skydiving, they're inviting the fear. For what? Because they want to taste that fear and know that fear cannot stop me. But I get what you're saying. I may not run after inviting fear or dangerous situations, but if it comes, I'm okay with it.
Perfect, sir.
No problem.
Maybe in the context of relationships, all things are welcome, but nothing is invited.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to chase for problems in my life, Baba. If it comes, I'll face it. Beautiful one. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Bhadraza, and then Rama, and then Neeti. Morning.
The problem is with me, I realize my weak point is I cannot tell people no. And I want to be goody with the people. So I made the commitment. When the people are asking, I tell yes, 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 yes. And that makes me very much, I mean, it is a really stressed, not giving a word and not able to keep the word.
Yeah, so why do you not say no? What are you afraid of?
I don't want to be goody-goody with the people.
Why you want to be goody-goody with people?
Don't want to break the heart. Somebody is coming yesterday. Also, same thing happens. Somebody was requesting me. I told yes, yes, I'll try. This.
Yeah, but you know what? That people who do this, what you're doing, they often break their own commitments to themselves because they are giving commitment to everybody without thinking, and they are not able to do it also sometimes.
It is happening with.
Yeah, because you're not able to allow yourself to experience their dislike. So what if they dislike you, man? If the liking of you depends on always you're saying yes, 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 yes to people, then you're in a very bad condition. Yes. I can tell you that.
Yes, yes, I'm in bad condition that way.
Yeah, and what kind of relationships are there? Huh? Okay, Mr. Bhadra, as long as you always say yes to us, then we are your relatives, we are your friends. Otherwise, bye-bye. They are called fair weather friends. ऐसे मतलबी दुनिया चाहिए तुमको.
Practice to come out of that.
No, I think you are like that. If somebody says no to you, you also get very upset and angry with them. You are unable to hear no from other people, no?
I expect yes always.
Yeah, that is why you do the same thing, no? You keep saying yes because that's what you expect from others. Never mind. Now you have that insight. Let us see what you do with it.
Sure,
Thank
I
you,
try
sharing.
to be a better version of me.
You will. Yes, Ramagaru.
Yes, sir. Let me start with English sharing. Fear is a mere emotion. Dear me, be here and experience with sheer ease, joy, and glory.
Yeah. Good one. Can you repeat it again?
I'll translate also.
Yeah, fear is a mere emotion. Dear me, be here and experience with sheer ease, joy, and glory.
Yeah. Fear is merely an emotion. Dear me, you're telling yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be here and experience.
Yeah, experience it with ease, joy, and glory.
With sheer ease, joy, and glory.
You wrote it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
please put it, send it to me. I can put it on the group.
Yeah, sure.
So we got a fantastic lot of people out here. Eh? Okay, that's it, guys. Now time to go. I have a coaching call to do in 10 minutes. And before that, I have some other important things to do. You can imagine what they might be. So thank you for your participation today and see you tomorrow for another wonderful, exciting, empowering morning conversation. Invite everybody you know. The more people who join us here, the better it will be. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Apollo Seth wanted to say something.
Yeah, please do before you go, Apollo.
Apollo Seth.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir. A lot of great experience because my friend, thank you for my friend Sandeep, because I'm losing this great opportunity to hear a lot of the words and the power of the words and empowerment of the words. So I will great experience and I will start changing from myself from today, just now this spell only. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome, Dr. Apollo.
Please come every day.
Yes,
welcome, Dr. Apollo.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
He's from Apollo. Doctor is from Apollo.
Yes.
So you're welcome to come and join us every morning, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, doctor. I am also water doctor.